Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Groom A with Humanery. Today we are here with Harry, co-founder of Heath England, which is a fantastic brand started in 2017, one of the pioneers of men's grooming and self-care products here. And then we also have Connor, who's the head of marketing for this fantastic brand. And today we will talk to both of them about their brand, their story, their products, and we'll also give you some educational tips about your skincare, your self-care, such that you can actually improve your daily self-care routines. So without much further ado, welcome guys to our episode. I'm so glad to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. So my first question actually is for you, Harry. What actually led you to start this brand all the way back in 2017 when barely anyone was doing it, and you came up with this fantastic concept? Tell us about the story.
It's a good question. So it was a multitude of reasons. So like I said, it started in 2017, which was when the brand launched. But the idea really came into my head, I think, around 2015.
Wow.
In my old job, I used to do quite a lot of travelling.
Yeah.
Spent lots of time always in the airport. If the flights are delayed, where can you go that's free? You're walking around duty free.
Yes.
And so I was always seeing all these different brands, and you see the big French brands, the big Swiss brands, the American brands, but there's no kind of, what I would say, functional, cool British brand. So that's where the idea kind of went into my head of, why are there no great British brands?
Sometimes the best ideas come from the most odd places. That's really interesting. But really, what's coming to my mind now is to talk to you about the key proposition, or sort of what makes the brand stand apart. Maybe Connor, you want to take this. Harry talked about the British heritage, it's a British product, the sort of price point where it's not too premium, not too cheap either, because you don't want to you want to make the products actually be worth something. What's your take on this?
For us, the refinement's all been around kind of this protective territory. So we are the daily protection brand for the urban man, and we are the only brand that does that. It's very much our territory. It's what we're activating around at the moment. Kind of, if you look at the market at the moment, 52% of all men between the ages of 16 and 24, they're looking for ingredients.
Yeah.
That kind of increased demand for skincare knowledge has come from skin influencers and things like that, driving advocacy and education around the category, so they know what they want a little bit more now. Other things like the highest growing claim actually in male skincare is protection against elements. So they're very aware that the environment that they live in is actually harming their skin, and they're becoming more engaged. So I think for us, it was all about taking that territory, listening to their insight, listening to what they're saying, taking that territory to build ourselves as a brand that one is unique. We give consumers something that other brands don't.
That's really cool. So actually, I want to double click on that. What does that mean in terms of products that you have in your current range? How do they get used? And for example, what are those ingredients and formulations that people should be aware of, so they can relate that to Heath? Using these products will protect me daily.
So for the urban man, obviously that's a guy who lives and works in the city. Mm-hmm. So once we know that, that's the core market we want to speak to, is looking at the characteristics and how can we build products that suit that lifestyle. So we look at the characteristics of someone who lives and works in the city. Obviously they normally commute to work every day, so they'll be exposed to pollution because they're going on public transport, so we want products to work with that. You probably live in a flat because it's quite expensive, so you probably have a small bathroom, so we want to have products that are sized knowing that. So we have a 2-in-1 hair and body wash, so you don't need to have both a shower gel and a shampoo. You've got one product in your shower that again works with your space, because you're going to look after yourself sort of inside and outside. You go to the gym, hair and body wash is a perfect product. You don't need to take a shampoo. And a shower gel, you've got one product. So in terms of the urban man, those are examples of kind of the products we do, and also how we speak to him as well.
Everyone's very aware now, specifically from what we see in terms of what men demand. They demand cleaner products. They know that they're living in a society with lots of elements that aggress their skin. They know that they're a little bit more stressed than usual as well. So things that kind of we've formulated in our products directly actually help with that. So for example, we've got an amazing ingredient which is in our hand salve and our post-shave repair balm, which is basically, it's called polystyrol, which is an ingredient which gives you kind of a non-occlusive film over your hands or the skin on your body. So it actually protects it from pollution, domestic, atmospheric.
But also, as Conor was saying, in our hand salve, we have an ingredient like shea butter. That also is moisturising. Moisturising again stops your hands wrinkling. So it's all working kind of both long-term and short-term to keep your hands looking better. Our moisturiser was the first men's moisturiser, maybe the first moisturiser in the market, but we know for a fact the men's, to protect against blue light. So blue light from your phone, from your computer screen. And then we do that with an ingredient, it's an extract from a plant called the butterfly bush. So this plant has found a natural way to protect itself from having less the atmosphere.
Yes.
And so through an extraction process, they created something from the butterfly bush, and it protects you from blue light. So again,
gotcha. So this ingredient comes from China.
Yes.
To a lab, then it gets put together in your products manufactured here in England.
Exactly.
Wow, that's really fantastic.
Yeah. We always use the best ingredients no matter where they're from, and then we import them. So in our face wash, we use black lava as the natural exfoliant.
Yes.
Because we were quite difficult and demanding on the right texture of the black lava, we get black lava from Iceland because they were able to get the granules abrasive enough that it could take through dead skin, but not so abrasive you couldn't use it every day.
We approach protection for this kind of urban busier man twofold. So one, via wellness, reframing skincare as a wellness moment, but also through, of course, ingredients that protect the skin.
Yeah. So look, actually, that's a good segue into the next one, which is, how do I start building a routine with your products? What are my steps? What should I be thinking about, and why?
If you're coming into skincare and it's the first time you're buying it, hair and body wash, use it in the shower, very simple. Face wash, 2-in-1, cleanse and exfoliate. And then finally protect your skin that you've just cleansed with the third step, which is a moisturizer.
Fantastic, super simple. 1, 2, 3.
Simple.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, guys, for joining us for this episode of Groom A with Humanery. We are so excited and obviously privileged to be working with an incredible brand like Heath. We think there's huge global potential, and thanks for sharing all this knowledge, this education, and and for all those that are watching and listening to this episode, you can actually use a discount code for a one-time purchase of 10% off any Heath products that are listed for sale on Humanery, podcast 10, and hope you experience this amazing brand. I do use it, and I really wish everyone can use it. Thanks again, guys. Really good to have you.
Thank you.